um, doesn't want to be in a place where they're going to be judged, where they're going to be misunderstood or unaccepted. They want to be in a place that they will be accepted and understood and seen and heard. And the culture that I have embodied, that I grew up in, don't just see me, they hear me, they're not judgmental, they understand. And that's very important.
Thank you. Thank you. It doesn't still answer my question. It doesn't still answer my question. Thank you very much. I understand that it doesn't answer my question. My question is, from the degree of the effect cultural identity have exhibited in you or have shown to you or have done to you, can you say you have now resented or abandoned your African culture? So I don't know the answer. You have not said the answer.
But what I'm just gonna say is, I'm a first generational Nigerian American.
So you didn't answer. You didn't answer it now.
And the only thing African about me is my name.
Okay. So we will say you've abandoned African culture.
I never said that. I'm just saying.
You say the only thing that is African is your name. So the culture is not in you.
I never said that.
That's what you said now. You said the only thing African in you is your name. Did you say it?
Yep, the only thing African about me is my name. So I still possess some elements of an African or Nigerian. Maybe not all the way down to Nigeria because Nigeria is the country. Yeah. Again, it's just what it is. Life goes on. I'm pretty sure that all the people, they might not speak up because of fear of being judged, especially online, which is
no. You always say the truth. You always say the truth because I will ask you a question. You must say the truth. Yeah.
Yeah. So again, I kudos my dad for raising me very, very well. I appreciate everything. I love him. It's just what it is.
So with the degree of only your name is only African value in your life, at that degree, what will you call it? Will you say you've now resented African culture or abandoned it? That's what I want to know. Is that resentment? I want to learn from you. Or abandonment? Which one is it?
Abandonment comes, but in a general terms, some kids that was born here or raised here could resent them because of the experience.
Okay, I can see you are going around. You don't want to answer that question straight. It's okay. Now, can you marry an African man who migrates from Africa, maybe meet you in America? Can you marry him?
Actually, it was part of the stuff that I wanted to say because this set of individuals.
That's we. Continue.
No. When I say individuals, the migrant kids, because they have been exposed to two cultures, likelihood of them marrying the same people with the same mindset as them is higher. Likelihood of them marrying outside the culture that they were born into is higher. Likelihood of them marrying in the culture, in the culture that they were raised into is higher. The culture that they were born into is low.
Okay, so now I bring the question to you because you are one of these persons we are talking about. Whether I like you or not. So now the question is, if there is an African migrant, specifically from Nigeria, an Igbo man that came, now in America, and you say, oh, I met this girl, I want to marry her, Chinyere. Will you marry that man?
Do you have any you that this is a online, like everything.
I don't care whether I'm online. My political corner is open like photo. If you know you won't say the truth, don't come here.
Well, depending, because if this migrant kid or migrant person is the same as me,
No, it cannot be the same as you. You was not born and raised in America. How can it be the same like you as you? It's not possible.
okay, but just in a general term, see, this is a mistake that people do make. In all seriousness, people jump into marriage because of societal expectation of a time frame and not understanding, am I compatible with this person? Do I share the same or similar view with this person? And other factors. And deep down inside me, just to answer your question, and just like every other reasonable person could do, knowing fully well that me personally, I don't quite fully identify to either or. Um, it is much more reasonable that I settle with somebody that is either all the way to the side that I was raised into or in between like us. Somebody in between cannot go and marry somebody in the other spectrum because that's why some marriages fail. That's why people are miserable in their marriage because they're not thinking about all these factors.
You know, I can disagree with you that there are lots of ladies like you who actually want to marry men from back home with core value of culture, right? Simply because they know that it will help them to draw them closer to their culture and help them to rebuild their culture. You see. So when they marry such men, that cultural value they are lacking in intimacy begins to come back. But that man will begin. There are men you're going to marry, and they know you are different. They understand it. Because you are not married yet. I've been married for years. Marriage is all about understanding. So I am in a better position to teach you about marriage full time. I have a successful one so far. All right. So now, if you have an understanding one right from that Africa, because why I'm trying to debunk most of it, and lots of people are watching us. People who are in your bracket are still watching us. Okay. So that it will not affect them. Yeah. So you might have a good one there. Right? They know you are bred up in America. They are going to use time to match and blend the cultures. All right? And it's going to help you. That inability for you to stand gidigba with that culture you were born in. Right? He will help you to bring that out easily. You will be enjoying it because if even an African core black man who was born, raised up to almost 30 years in Africa, can come to America, come to UK, marry a white sister, and they live very well. And you see most of the white sisters blending, playing Afro beat, cooking egusi and abono. What are you telling me? And they will tell you, there are lots of them that come online to tell you that they prefer this African culture than their own. Boldly.
It happens, but in reality, remember when we were talking about exclusion, isolation, and traumatization. This like you were saying, this European full-body people, they have been in their own culture and they have had the taste of it. Then they're testing something else. You understand what I'm trying to say? But those that were being born or raised here, again, if parents or family do not take care, they will end up displaying and treating this individual in a way that will create traumatization and resentment of where they were born into rather than where they are being raised into. I'm not saying that a white person doesn't marry Nigerian African person. All I'm saying is the way I hope parents are looking, they're watching. Again, my father did a great job raising me, and I'm proud of that. But I'm saying for those that are their kids are in anywhere in Western country and they're not trying to model their kids to understand and traumatizing their kids because their kids have a different mindset or behavior from them.
You keep saying that your father. You keep saying that your father have done a great job in you. Yeah, but you are telling me only the cultural African cultural value in you is just your name. So which great job are you talking about?
No, I'm not saying the only.
Because I'm confused. So you are confusing me. Because you've said this thing like more than 4 times that your father have done a great job in you, and your mother have done a great job in you. You have adopted another foreign culture more than your Nigerian culture. How did your father and your mother have done a great job in you?
Again, environmental factors structure people. There are some things parents do have control over, and there's some things parents do not have control over. But above all, I beat my chest to say that my father had done a great job raising me to be a woman that I am today. Irrespective of what.
Are you talking about education and all that? Because we are talking about cultural values.
Oh, I'm just talking about in general.
No. Let us not generalize it. I can categorically tell you that your father has done great in your education. And do you see me disputing it? No. He has done great bringing you to America. Great. Your safety up to this point until you get an adult. Great. Feeding you, until you are a human being. Great. But don't forget we are dealing with cultural value. So do you think your father have done great in inculcating African, specifically Nigerian cultural value in you?
Well, again, I would say when you raise a child one way, when they grow up, they pick their path. He did what he can, but I picked my path. That's just it,
Now you come. Now you come.
And when I say African or the only Nigerian about me is my name, I'm not just saying just a single name. The truth must be told. I still embody some of our attributes because being raised into culture, you embody both of the cultures. But I'm just when I refer to that, it's more when I'm trying to explain to people or trying to take advantage of just seeing my name to draw a conclusion of me. I'm like, I'm the wrong kind of set, So that's where that at the age of the only African in me is my name, but that doesn't, literally terms say that, but just to mark.
Thank you.
I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
I do understand. Yeah, I need to force you to say something better. So it's all right. So what you were saying was going the other way in my ear. It's all right. Now, we are about to round up at this point. I am going to ask you, do you have any advice to parents who are currently raising their younger ones in the Western world or who gave birth to children here on how to raise them up? Do you have any advice, do you think?
To be honest, in as much as I'm not a parent yet, which I know one day I will be, but the reality is I do not have to be a pilot in order to know that a pilot landed on the sea rather than on the ground. So without further ado, yes, most or few of the hardcore Nigerian they kind of use the same mindset, which is okay. They use the same forcefulness to try to raise their kids in European country, forgetting that the environment is different. I would just say, just be mindful that this environment, the same thing that you will be trying to push your kids away from, you will accidentally push them into that without even knowing it. And also, build your kids up to know that it is okay to be their own person rather than try to keep up with the Jones, because that could lead to peer pressure and that could lead to other things. And try to accept them and understand that they are being raised into cultures which will influence them positively and negatively depending on what side the kid choose to go in life. But I'm pretty sure they appreciate the opportunity you all have given to them, bringing them or about to bring them, you know.
Thank you. Thank you. Good advice. But you should still understand. Let me embrace you from a parent perspective. You should still understand that if you want to inculcate some African values, all right, to an African child, you must adopt a little bit of African style, okay? Because we are Africans, you know? So what we are not allowed to do is to either hit, punish, or whatever. There are other means of giving your child punishment. You cannot just leave your child.
No.
If you watch, yeah, they will spoil, they will be destroyed in this Western world. If you watch the likes, is her iPhone, tablet. If you have done something wrong, look for that thing that is too dear. If it's iPhone, that iPhone will be seized for 1 week. Or tablet, that's your punishment. No beating, no abuse. Right? And that pains them even more than the normal hitting and give them they value that. If it's the one that love, what do you people call it? McDonald's so much, and Nando, no McDonald's for 2 weeks in this house. You will see that they will not even do that thing that cost them that McDonald's. So there are many ways to kill a rat without being abusive physically. All right? So, but if you are telling us to leave them all through, it's not going to work. Even the white parents or the Western parents have a way of discipline, you know, because the Bible says it said train up a child in the way they should go, and when they are old, they will not depart from it. If you leave them wayward like that, in the end, you will receive the shame, because they will bring the shame definitely to you. All right? They will bring the shame to you. You must guide them diligently. Okay? And most times, most of the guidance we give, most of this discipline we give, we don't hate you. There's no good parent that will hate the son or the daughter. It's not possible. So you understand that most of the so-called African lifestyle they are bringing is for them to stand to their feet to say, no, this route you are going is not going to help you in life. Because there are some certain ways that they are more experienced than you, and they have made mistakes in those areas. Don't go that way. That's what they are trying to tell you. Yes, they could be more firmer than others, you know, in Western world, but if you watch it, it works more. Watch lots of African people that came from home in America. See if they are not very richer than those that they gave birth there. Check.
That's not true. That's not true.
I am telling you true. Because in UK here, I can tell you this is true. Why? African people who have been in Africa, children, and they develop up to 25 years, they have suffered shaggy. They know what suffer, the definition of sufferness. How did my children I gave birth here? They don't know anything suffer. They don't know. They don't even know what is called correct song. beating you in the farm. They don't know that. They don't know how to use your. My children don't have not seen cutlass since they were born. Cutlass, machete. They don't know it. They don't even know goat, real life goat and real life fowl. They don't know those things. They have not been eating and flies are perching and they are eating with flies. So if my daughter mistakenly see flies, I say, hey, you begin to run. Bee. I say, which bee? Come on there. These are your neighbors in Africa. You know, they know not suffer. They have not been to public schools where you need to trek for some kilometers to go to school under the sun and come back under the rain. Then after that, you go to farm. Then you need to still pass your exam. But they are here before they come back to the tablet. Before they come back, they are watching TV. They didn't suffer. If they continue like that all through, they don't know element of sufferness. They think life is easy. And people who have known this suffer and change this culture and they are now in a better place, they harness the opportunity stronger. You don't know.
I still think it's more like a matter of a personal opinion and perceptions, which I understand.
It's not true.
But,
another thing I still need to tell you is that people who are born here, raised here, they don't have much of savings culture. I'm telling you most of these things. It's true. Most of their savings culture is to save and go to holiday in Spain. Enjoy themselves. But the one that have suffered a lot know the value of money more. They will keep it. They will say no because of tomorrow. Their father have taught them. The culture have taught them. The sufferness in Africa have taught them. Yeah, nothing teaches you anything tough.
To be honest, I think it's a matter of perceptions and opinions, which again I do respect it. But again, we are all entitled to our opinions and perception, but that doesn't make it 100% true.
It's all right. All right. That is the end of this program. It's now 1 hour. All right. Thank you very much, Chinyerudo, the CEO, of, let me see your name of your company again. The CEO of All Matters Writers. All right. Thanks for being on Mampolo's Corner. I think this is the second time you've been on Mampolo's Corner, right?
Yeah.
I know you're a long-standing follower. And for those who do not know Chirudo Ude, when I went to America, they were the one that they took care of me very well. You know, they were, are you okay there? Are you okay? I didn't go to the States. What state are you?
Maryland.
She's in Maryland. I went to Texas, you see. But even from there, she was sending me lots of things, you know, just for me to keep on going. I hope you are feeling well. I hope you are feeling okay. With others in America, American people are so nice, and they take care of people. I don't want to go anytime soon because when I came back, I was very big, and I started gymming. I have to go back to gymming. They were giving me too much food, and instead of now I'm supposed to be appreciating the effort. Now I don't think I want to go again because American people they eat too much. Everything in America is big, road big, cars big, house big, food big, everything big. So I said, no, let me go to my UK that we are conservative. We do things in a moderate mode. So before American people will spoil me. So it took me about 3 days to fit into UK life again. Not because you be that. So that's just it.
Before I go, which I appreciate you and I appreciate your people for having me, again, just in case if they're wondering and they want to publish with us, everything about us is All Matters Writers. We publish books, we brand and market authors, and at the same time we ghostwrite, we edit, we do all the 9 yards of book services, put your book into the right people.
So it's All Matters Writers, okay? If you want to contact her, is there a way they can contact you?
All Matters Writers, that's just it.
All Matters Writers.
Everywhere.
I would have loved to put that on screen. Is it on the flyer you gave to me?
Yeah.
Is it on let's see if I can bring that flyer up. I don't think. Let me see if I can bring that flyer up. If people can. Well, I think I published the flyer already.
Yeah.
So, but Chirude is a publisher. So, in case you want to publish anything with her, just on Facebook, on all her handles, all matters writers. Yeah. So she will do the job for you. If you're able to, I wish I can get their name now and just fix it there. That would have been okay. Okay, I think what I'll do, let me just try to see if I can write it on at least to add it on. All matters writers. So it's spelled ALL matters AMRTER.
THA semicolon S.
Is it MARTHA? Yeah.
Semicolon S.
Okay. All matters.
Writer.
Yeah. So. And the writers is spelled
just like writing.
Okay, it's WRITERS, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to see if I can bring it out to screen for those who have not seen that properly so that they can easily search you, okay?
Okay, sure, no problem. Appreciate it.
So, what do you need a little bit? So, guys, do not try to follow her. She will do a good job at all time. Okay. I have seen her publications. She's a very good one. So I'm not afraid saying it. Go out. I don't bring people who want to know they make sense for my man Polos corner. I don't get that time. Because if you are not making sense with your job or what you do, I struggle to bring you. Okay. So I am putting that boldly on top. Okay. So I didn't even make it small. I want it to be very big so that you know what I'm talking about. All mothers writers. So I want you people to check her out as well on every social media handle. What social media handle are you?
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, all the social platforms, including my books are in Amazon and equally in Almosta's e-commerce website. We do ship to UK, US, Canada, and I believe South Africa. That is our limitation for now for our e-commerce website.
Perfect. So, guys, you can see on the screen there, search for her on everywhere she has said. All right? And if you want to do a publication, just contact her. She's good. She's good. She will use that American accent to write your attend. Everything is okay. All right. All right. Thank you very much, Ude. Thank you so much. And we appreciate you. And I believe my fans appreciate your coming. I don't know if there's any, but we are out of time. So I don't think we can answer any question. We don't want it to be too long. All right? Okay. If there's any question, you need to check on my comment section. All right? And I replied them. You follow me already, so it's fine. Okay? Thank you, guys. And thank you for joining. All right. Thank you very much. Bye now.